I have to say I'm pretty excited for the last butcher date of the season. We're actually starting to be able to sleep. So during the summer, our days are super long. And as fall comes around, the days are getting shorter, and I like it a lot.
I'm Sierra, and this is my sister Morgan, and our parents, Aaron and Dustin. As a family, we explore life's trials, triumphs, and treasures, and share the meaning we find together. Like and subscribe to journey with us as we live life out loud. The day before we butcher our chickens, we set up and sanitize everything we'll need for the coming workday. That way, when we arrive early the next morning, everything is ready to go.
It is 4 a.m. and we are jamming. We sanitize everything once again before we start. We use a solution of vinegar, a dab of Dawn. We have spray bottles. We have to sharpen all of the knives and sanitize everything.
We got everything set up and we're gonna go collect birds.
How many total? 310. It's gonna be a big day. Did I just do that wrong?
We always think you're a little backwards.
All right, showtime.
In our 3 years of butchering, we all have the routine pretty locked down. On butcher days, it's all hands on deck. Everyone is working on the butchering floor to get the job done. Well, not everyone.
Since I don't like doing the butchering side, my family gave me the choice to not have to do it. Doing morning chores by myself, it kind of forced me to really laser focus on what I'm doing because it's on me. And if I don't do my job correctly, then these animals that I'm taking care of don't get what they need. When there's 3 people doing morning chores, everybody kind of has their own job, but when it's just me, I have all of the jobs.
There's a drinker broken on the hen hotel and I have to get a new bucket.
Cows move to fresh grass every day. We try not to keep them in one area for too long because it impacts the land so much. And since we move the hens behind the cows, scratch up the cow pies and eat the flies, the hens have so much, they're so dense on the ground. So we try to move the cows through relatively fast. They're moving into this area right now. So they're gonna be moving from here, and then tomorrow morning they're moving into that area over there. And before we move them into a new area, we have to walk the whole fence line to make sure that there's no gates open that we didn't know about, or just to make sure that the fence is all good. So I'm gonna walk the fence now and then move them in. This is a pretty big move from here all the way down there, and normally dads here are the ones to set up the new area and maneuver them down. So me doing it by myself, we'll see how that goes. You don't want to make them run, because they could go through a fence, and then we're in trouble. So you just gotta walk right behind them real calm. We're just gonna close this up and then bring their water down, and they're only gonna stay in here for around half of a day. It's not an option for these animals not to have water. And that's just the mentality and the mindset you have to have. When you're working around here, you have to notice things and figure out solutions for things if they just don't work. Because failure to come up with solutions means that these animals suffer, and that's not an option. Gotta give the pigs grain. We took out their feeder yesterday, so they'll really want to eat out of the troughs. So when we put them in the trailer, they'll go in and save us a lot of time. So we have to feed them with buckets. Hey pigs! Hey pigs! They all must be eating in the woods or sleeping in the woods. Come on, pigs! Sometimes when we take the feeder out, the pigs can really get hungry and be a little dangerous when they see us with buckets of food. Because when they're at this size, they're so big and so strong, it's sometimes a little scary. You can give them a pretty hard boot and they're pretty unfazed by it, which can sometimes be a little scary, but it's more for your protection. I doubt there's anything I can do that can hurt one of these guys. If I got hurt in here, if I hit my head or somehow became unconscious, that they would eat me.
By the time Morgan was done with chores, we were done butchering.
This is the end result. We started at 10 after 5.
Yeah.
4 hours. Take 310 divided by 4.
77.5.
Boom! That's a record, baby.
Woo! In and out per hour.
77.5 birds an hour.
Woo!
For a, what, 5-person crew?
That's the math, Jack.
Yeah. Love it. Now it's cleanup time. All right, getting the final chill on the tanks, adding fresh well water. Girls are setting up for packaging. We're gonna take about an hour break, go eat some breakfast. We're gonna come back and pack all these birds up.
If you like what you see, go ahead and like and subscribe because it is free.
What she said.
All we hear is Radio Gaga, Radio Gaga, Radio Gaga.
Took about a 45-minute break, ate some food, drank some coffee. It's midday, about what, 11:30? Yeah. And now comes the time to take all 310 of these birds, pack them up. We drain them while the girls are packing up 157 whole birds. I do cut-ups, so we have certain folks that want their birds what we call parted out, which means we cut up the breasts, the thighs, and all of that. I can do 5 cut-ups to every 20 birds that girls pack whole. But what I do, I take the wings off, take the quarters. And then there's breasts. There's one breast. Tenders. Split the back. Boom. We do that 5 times, and then the girls pack birds.
From our 3 a.m. wake-up call to our 8 p.m. handout, we had successfully caught, butchered, packaged, and sold 310 chickens. I don't know about you, but that's something worth celebrating.
Oh yeah!
Close. Yeah!
Oh, I'm gonna have a bear.
Oh no.
Go back to the beginning, and we're going to exercise. We're going to exercise the liver just a little bit more. I figure it's been, what, 2 years since we've eaten fresh chicken right after butcher days.
That's right.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm getting this brining. We're gonna have this tonight.
We'll throw it on the grill.
Once you've had the proper exercise on your liver, then you are capable of performing the following tasks. Now, we've already prepared ahead of time the super secret recipe of rub your breasts, okay? This is the rub your breasts recipe. Well, I shouldn't say this. It's actually not rub your breasts, it's rub your whole self. Sprinkle that all around. And remember, I've exercised my liver. I've exercised my liver to the point where the brain is probably a little bit lacking on nutrition, lacking on oxygen. Prefrontal. There's not a whole lot of prefrontal cortex involvement. That's why I say barbecue has to be prefaced by an exercising of the liver. There's a tool that we need. Ah, there they are. This right here took us beyond the cave. Oh, do you hear that? Vegetable. All right. What have I been calling this? The liver dumbbell? How did it all turn out?
It is good.
Join us next week as we slow down the pace from full throttle to connect with our surroundings, each other, and our community. We hit the water, the trails, and use the business side of the farm to help another farmer in need.